Hello. As I haven't uploaded a video for a long time, I've been lacking the time actually. Um, I decided to do this video about rockabilly lead guitar styles. On the one hand, for me uh, as a help to remember, and on the other hand, hopefully for you to get some inspiration out of it. I'm using my Faber Gold Top Les Paul with my famed Tube 5 small tube amp I'm using for home recording and practice, and my cheapo, how do I get it in here, Fame delay. It's not the best one, but it works somehow. So yeah, let's get started with the single note style. You can hear that on, for example, on Gene Vincent's Lot 11, where I think Cliff Gallup played lead on that, but I'm not sure. It starts out like this. It's just up and down strokes on a single string. It's in the key of G actually. So it's, you can also play it like this. Oh well, I want a lot of loving. Oh well, I want a lot of hugging. Oh baby, can't you see that you were meant for me? I want your loving, yes sir. Yeah. You can also, well, that's a kind of swing style of that method. You can also play that straight. Cliff Gallup uses that on Dynamite, which sounds like this. You just play only downstrokes, and you can add emphasis on certain notes by just using more force. Yeah, next thing is what I call the 5/6. It's actually what Chuck Berry uses to play quite often. It's this one here. You could also play 5/6/7 actually, which sounds like this. Yeah, it's in the key of A. It's index finger on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret. Sorry, I'm not counting them normally. We call it ring finger in Germany. I don't know exactly what it's called. On 7th fret on the A string, and then you put your pinky on the 9th fret on the A string, or 10th. So this can also be played straight, as I've done it right now, or in a swing-like style. Same method as before. Yeah. So the next thing are various kinds of walking bass lines. They're often quite often used. The standard is something like. It's more or less chords that are like stretched. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, there are various kinds of those. They're sometimes used for intros. For example, on the Salty Dog Blues, where it goes. something like that. You can vary it to well, I don't know how many different possibilities there's, or just sorry. Or that's what I'm using very often for Jerry Lee Lewis. It's like just I said, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Yeah. I don't know, what do we have? There are so many kinds. Well, just keep trying. You'll find new ones, and yeah. Another thing you can do is what's used on Johnny Burnett's Train Kept a Rollin'. You're playing. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I gotta stand up. What you do is you use your thumb, and in my case the middle finger, to play the both of your E strings at the same time. So and then you start playing here. Also quite simple, but sounds good. You can well adapt it into different keys, but just laying the index finger of your left hand across and playing with your pinky. Looks a bit weird, but well, it does as it should. So, next one that is quite often used, and I consider to be very nice, are muted. I think it's called muted arpeggios, or sometimes flamenco strumming, which turns out to be quite similar. You can hear muted arpeggios for especially on Carl Mann's version of Mona Lisa, where it goes. Well, you mute it with the palm of your hand here. And it goes, well, Mona Lisa, man have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystery smile. What he's doing is, he's it's in C. It's in the key of C actually, but you go down to D and play that kind of beret. Yeah, but not as a whole. You just go and put your middle finger and, well, I ring finger on the 5th fret on B and G string, and your index finger on the 3rd fret on your high E string, which sounds like this. And then you while you're doing this, you set your pinky on the 5th fret on your high E string, which turns out to be so then it changes chords to G, where you also play only half of it, and do the same thing with your pinky. Yeah, Eddie Cochran uses that kind of flamenco strumming also for 3 Steps to Heaven. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Here he goes. Let's try it there. which is just you go through the whole chord, but you keep the palm of your hand on it. But well, Eddie Cochran plays that on a Western guitar and steel string acoustic. Yeah, so probably the last thing I want to talk about is what Scotty's been doing. So country picking lines to accompany the singer. There are also various kinds. It's also not only been Scotty Moore. You can hear that a lot also on Buddy Holly tunes, like let me see. Yeah, Blue Days, Black Nights. Sorry, where well, the intro is like. Sorry, I messed that one up. Haven't played it for a while. What you're doing is you play a bass line with your thumb, and you play a melody line with supposedly the rest of your fingers, but I only use those two. I don't know why. I have no idea. I used to play fifth as a bass line, but many players, and that's also I think how it's supposed to be, play octaves. So what I'm doing is, and what you should do is, but I find it easier to move through keys if I don't play full chords. I'm using a I don't know, is it called beret? I have no idea. So I can, well, play the same figures in every key. You can go. Yeah, and you could also put that ring finger on the octave, but then you risk to hit the A string. As I've done 2 times in that short piece. So I'm gonna stick to playing the fifth, except when I'm playing Scotty Moore's lines, for example of Mystery Train, because there you can just play the whole chord. I'm sorry. Yeah, there are so many kinds. Scotty Moore sometimes also plays just something like this. Ah, fuck off. I don't know what's going on here. So enough of that for now. Yeah. So let me see if anything else comes to my mind. That's what's called bad preparation. No, I don't think so. There's just another method I'm not very keen of. It's often been used by Buddy Holly, and it's getting used today very often by well, like jump blues guitarists or something. It's just playing whole chords. Buddy Holly does that in a bit other fashion. Well, he's just going like. Just playing only downstrokes, and the jump bluesy manner is more like. Yeah, as you might have seen, I'm using my middle finger for that. A bit too fast for the camera, as it seems. Yeah, so that's all from me. If you can come up with something else, just write a comment. I'll be glad to get some inspiration from you too. Thanks.